Welcome back, guys, to another episode. On today's show, we're going to be talking about marketplaces. Now, if you have a marketplace, or if you're working on a marketplace, or even if you have an established marketplace, I'm going to be putting some gems in this. Now, being the owner and founder of technerds.com, where we build marketplaces, I can tell you that more than 65% of our portfolio is clients, investors, innovators, entrepreneurs, and startups who want to start their marketplaces. Now, what exactly is a marketplace first? In simple words, a marketplace is a platform where buyers and sellers come and transact. And each of these marketplaces have a unique niche. Now, depending on your niche and your industry and what your goal is, you would have unique filters and attributes that help the customers filter out, compare, check pricing, check quality from other competitors within that same niche of services or products that you're offering on your marketplace. So what makes marketplaces successful? Everything comes down to, let's just think about Amazon for a second. Amazon is a marketplace. What makes Amazon so successful? I'm going to tell you. It's the world-class customer experience that they offer. If you dig down into Amazon and you look at the pillars of Amazon, of what it was built on, Jeff Bezos really focused on providing that world-class experience, making sure that all the troubles and problems that customers had experienced, they would always focus on those and provide a solution to those impediments in the business, those problems that those customers face, and giving them comfort, giving them a solution. So making a marketplace successful heavily needs to be focused on the world-class customer experience. Secondly, we want to make sure that the people that are coming on the marketplace are vetted using some type of two-factor authentication, some type of verification methods that's going to allow people to feel safe on the marketplace and they can trust it. Another thing that you can do on a marketplace is make sure that when you are branding it, when you are creating all the details for the platform and for people to know, that you create landing pages where people can drop off onto and actually speaks their language. So depending on which niche or industry or community you're going after for your marketplace, you got to make sure the content, the language of that context, and the way that it's put out there and positioned for your brand and your marketplace, that it actually is speaking to that targeted audience. There's so many thousands and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of different profiles of people, demographics and who they are and what they like to eat, what they like to drink. You want to make sure that you carry out different types of testing for landing pages, and you know that this type of landing page with this type of content, this type of video is actually getting more visits and more lead generation and more conversions versus this one that I created. And by doing that, you're going to learn what works and what doesn't. A lot of people that are new to marketplaces or new to business, they don't realize that. They think that, we just spend money on ads and we get conversions. Yes and no. And, if you want to burn money fast, yes. If you want long-term growth and successes, you need to be very careful, strategic, and creative on your approach and your strategies that you use when you start building out your marketplace. There are a number of agencies and freelancers that offer marketplaces, and really comes down to, what your goals are and what your budget is and what your timeline is. A lot of people think that, and the reason I say this is because I have this experience with working with so many different people coming to Tech Nerds and asking me, hey, can you make my marketplace for $1,000? I look at them funny because it tells me they're not serious. You put a price on your dream before you even have an understanding of what exactly you're trying to build. I can't take those people seriously. I'm sorry. If you're serious about your business, your ideas, and your startups, your marketplace, you want to make sure that you do your first research. A lot of people start their ideas, and I even did this. I had a bad habit of this in a few years ago, where I used to just jump on things without doing the research. You know how much time and energy and money I burned? A lot. So I want to make sure that you guys don't do the same stuff that I do, and also the problems that my customers or my leads face, that you guys can pivot off of it and you don't have to deal with it. So if you're new to marketplace world and you're thinking about starting one, do your research first. Look at your competitors. You're not reinventing the wheel here. It already exists. So look at your competitors, see what they're doing, write down a plan of what kind of features and functions you want, how you want people to interact with you, with the marketplace. So that's your homework. Now, if you have an existing marketplace and you're having trouble and you have no idea on how you can grow it, I highly recommend you do more research on your competitor. Look at how their layouts of their landing pages are. If you go to google.com and you search specific terms and keywords, that's going to help you find that marketplace competitor. You want to click on the ones that have the Google ad or sponsored ad on there, because those are the ones that these competitors of yours are spending money on for every click. And you got to see, because if they've already done the work, you're clicking on that link because it looks good to you and the landing page looks good. Well, guess what? You don't need to copy it exactly, but you can get the strategy from it. So that way it's going to help you cut down the cost, time, and energy of trying to be creative. Now, a lot of people also don't have the skills or experience on writing good copy or even having ideas for creative media. Now, this is where professionals come in, because you can have the vision, but just like you can have a vision of having a Ferrari, not like you're going to go out there and build one by buying all the pieces together, right? That's why people hire professionals. Again, that's why people come to me at Tech Nerds, because look, you didn't go to school for technology. You didn't go to school for all this other complex stuff. So you want to use your time, your money, and your energy wisely, and you want to play chess with your life. You want to put the people in place there that you know can deliver results successfully. By you trying and guessing and trying to learn a code and program, and I'm telling you this because I've had customers who've come back to me months and years after saying, I burned a lot of time. I should have went with you in the beginning. Like it just frustrated me. I just burned a lot of money. It was not something that was feasible for me. I was like, then why did you do it? Be like, I didn't know. I just needed to get that experience, which is true. Many times, a lot of people who are very ambitious, very hungry, they need to fill their cup with their experience before they can go to a professional, because they sometimes feel like they're being misled. They feel like that they have the ability that they can execute on. I mean, it really comes down to a lot of different types of variables. But long story short, hire a professional, play chess with your life the right way, be strategic in the decisions that you make, especially when it comes to a marketplace. Marketplaces are high in demand right now. You want to make sure that if you are starting or thinking of starting a marketplace, like I said, do your research. If you already have an existing marketplace, look at your competitors, view how their landing pages look and appear, what appeals to you, what's attractive, what's making you click. A lot of this stuff kind of goes into user behavior and, a lot of things that you can learn off of Google Analytics. That's another show that I'll get into later on. But specifically for marketplaces, if you have a goal to make a marketplace, or if you're currently working on a marketplace, or you're trying to establish more customers for your marketplace, outreach. Go on LinkedIn, introduce yourself, go on Facebook, go on Instagram, create stories, create content, and distribute it. Distribute quality content, do influencer marketing. A lot of people are now starting to do micro influencer marketing, which is basically people who are not really influencers that have millions of followers. They have a good following, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, something of that nature. They've probably never done influencer marketing before. So be careful on the way you approach them, because you don't want to actually build up their ego too high, because then they're going to raise their price. You want to create a nice friendly relationship when you reach out to them, if you do so. And when you do, you want to educate them about your platform, your marketplace, what your niche is, and why they fit so well in your marketplace. And from there, you're going to be able to either connect with them, pay them a small fee, or do some type of bartering and get them to be your first micro influencer for your marketplace. Now, when you have an army of them, it changes the game for you. So there are different unique strategies and tactics that you can use to accelerate the growth of your marketplace. If you guys have any questions about marketplaces, if you already have a marketplace that you need help growing, if you have an idea for marketplace, you just need a consultation, you can always feel free to reach out to me, technerds.com/appointment.